Hi, welcome. My name is Scott C. Campbell. I'm a business and marketing strategist expert, and I particularly work with coaches is one of my niches that I work with. Now, I'm going to tell you what the mistake is that 96% of all coaches are making, which is stopping you getting a regular flow of high-paying clients. Okay. Now, before I tell you what the mistake is in this video, we're going to try and be very short and sharp in this video. I'm going to quickly tell you who this video is for. Then I'm going to quickly tell you what qualifies me to tell you what the mistake is without doing a self-resume. I'll just quickly tell you what qualifies me. And then I'm going to tell you what the mistake is. And then I'm going to tell you about an upcoming seminar. And I'm very open about it. I'm going to tell you about an upcoming seminar at the end of this video where you can come along and to find out what the real strategy is to getting and creating your own high-paying clients. And it's amazing. So, first of all, who is this video for? Well, and the seminar for really. If you're a life coach, if you're a business coach, a confidence coach, weight loss coach, any sort of coaching really there. I mean, particularly one of my clients is an alignment coach who specialises in doing alignment. So if you're a life coach or business coach or anything like that, or you've got your own niche, like your niche is dealing with stress and stuff like that, then this is for you. And particularly if you're struggling to get regular flow of high-paying clients. Now, what qualifies me to tell you what the mistake is? Well, first of all, as I said, I'm a business and marketing strategist expert. I work with companies to come up with creative strategies, and particularly my passion is working with small business owners, particularly. But what's happened is a couple of leading coaches actually approached me about working for them, and I was always a bit sort of wary about working with coaches because I kind of had this sort of had them on a pedestal about actually that they're great at what they do, they blow people's minds, and I've got my own coach, and I thought, well, how can I help them, particularly when I pay a lot of money to see my own coach. And so but then what happened is when they asked me to work for them, I got involved. I quickly realised there was a mistake they were making, and once we rectified this mistake with a clear cash strategy, it transformed the business, and these were people that are already leading coaches, and it still transformed their businesses to the next level. So, and then what happened is talk to another few coaches, and exactly the same thing happened. So, when I did a lot of research, I realised that actually I had a thought, well, are all coaches making this mistake? And then when after a lot of research, we found out actually that most are, 96% of all the surveys I did, that the coaches are making this mistake. Okay, so that's what qualifies me, is because I've made an impact already with some leading coaches, so I know that this works and I can help other coaches with this. Okay, so now, what is the mistake, I hear you ask? Well, you're probably doing it, and hopefully you are. The mistake is what I found with 96% of most coaches are either doing free Skype consultation, free phone call, 45-minute one seems to be quite popular, free face-to-face consultation for an hour or 2 hours or a half hour. Some sort of, they're all promoting, and you're probably doing it yourself if you're watching this video, you're probably promoting some sort of free consultation initially. That's the mistake. Now, let me just clarify a little bit. The reason why that is a mistake is because when you're talking to someone and you're talking to someone at a networking meeting and say, well, come along for a free half hour, right? You will blow their mind, and because you've been a coach that you do what you do, you're good at what you do, you will blow their mind in that half hour, that 45-minute phone call conversation, that hour conversation. And then what's happening is you're probably thinking, you have a client, you see them for an hour, they'll go away, you think, well, I really blew their mind, and then you're thinking, well, they're going to bring me back tomorrow and just say, look, I want to book a few sessions with you, I want to book that program with you, and that phone call never comes, and you think, well, what happened there? Because the session went brilliantly, but the problem is the session you did, the consultation was free, and now you can't just start charging for your consultations. That's not the answer, by the way, so stay tuned to the video, because that's not the answer, because obviously you would never get anyone to get any prospects. But because the people are turning up free, that when you're meeting at networking sessions or they're coming through your website, it's kind of for them just information gathering, and they're thinking, well, I'll go along, it's free, it's no obligation, I'll go along, see what it's like, And then what happens is you absolutely do blow their mind, but then to become your client is quite a financial commitment. With most coaches, what your client needs to spend with you is quite a big amount, you know, in one go, even though that you do it over, you know, can do it over time or whatever like that. But even if, you know, and the ones that do, if you do sessions for £40 or something like that, then what happens is you just get the client once and they never see it, because it's throwaway money for them to come for 40 quid to try it out. But that's the problem there. You need to charge premium, high, you know, rates, because what you do is life changing, not just to them but to the people around them as well. If you any business life coach or confidence coach, you don't just affect the person, the client, you're affecting their family and the people around them, because of the type of person they become, the powerful and positive person they become. So, and I'm talking from experience because it happened to me when I went to my alignment coach and my ongoing mentor and coach that I see. So you've got to charge a premium, but the gap between, oh, I'll just come and see what they're about, and then you blowing their mind, it's still too much of a gap to the cost that you need to be charging. And if you do go, you know, if you go down the road of just charging £40, £30 or whatever session, then actually, you know, you're always going to have just a client once or twice, and then that's it. You never see. And what you want as a life coach, if you do enough in that first couple of sessions, they should want to be with you for, you know, I don't know, for a very long time. I cannot ever envisage me not spending money on my coach now, mentor, each month. It's just a part of my cost, and it's imperative to me, you know, because it made such a change at the start. It might not make a change monthly ongoing now, but I don't want to risk it, you know. It's made such a big, powerful change, you know, that I want to keep going. So if you're making that powerful change, people, they should become your clients for a very long time, very long time. If you're just doing one session, then that, again, that's a mistake, because you're setting the value at too low. It's not a big enough commitment for them to actually say, well, actually, I've made a big financial commitment, so I'm really going to listen to you, and anything you suggest, I'm going to change. You know, I know that when I do my consultations for strategy, if I get someone in a room for free, and I do a lot of free consultations, I can guarantee you 9 times out of 10 they won't do the strategy that I tell them, and they won't do nothing, and then consequently they won't come on the phone and they won't become one of my clients. Now, when somebody becomes my client, and when they become my client, they need to commit to a minimum 3 months first of all. By the way, that's the way I sort of do it, because I need 3 months to work them, so that I can implement it with them and review it. Now, when they commit to me, because they're spending money, you know, then it's 10 out of 10 times that the people that spend money with me become absolutely, they take on a show. Actually, it's more 9 out of 10. I say there's always 1 out of 10 that's, you know, there's not going to be, it turns out they're not committed as what they first thought, or I thought they were going to be. So what happens is that 9 out of 10 that are not committed because I did it free turns into 9 out of 10 totally committed, because they're paying me money. And because they're paying me money, they really value their time and they want to get something back on their money. And because they want a return on their money, they put the effort in. So doing the free consultation, you're setting the standard too low at the start, where you're saying, it's free, come along, there's no obligation. And then you're blowing their mind, and you're thinking, well, you really are making a big difference to them in that conversation. But it's like, oh, it's still a big leap now, because how they've come into that session. So the mistake is doing a free consultation. Now, how do you get around that? Well, that's the $1 million question. The good news is I don't charge £1 million for it, or $1 million for it. So it's a lot cheaper than that. It's 999,000. No, it's not. It's not. But anyway, so what I've done is now, because I started working with a lot of coaches, I don't like approaching people and saying, look, I've got the answer to your business, you need to come and see me. Okay, that's not how it works. People need to approach me and say, look, Scott, I really want you to work with me. That's how I built my business, with the total integrity and honesty that I do, and I really care about my clients. So, but I need to get this out to all you coaches there, because I see so many at networking meetings and stuff like that. And well, I can really help you. So what I've done is I'm going to put on a seminar, but I'm going to make it very, very limited. Okay, and when I say limited, we're talking. The first seminar is going to be in Stansted, in a secret location near Stansted Airport, which is fairly central to a lot of people. So, but we're going to limit it to only 16 people. Okay, and the reason why it's going to be limited to 16 people is because, one, I don't want all coaches knowing this super strategy I come up with. You know, when these 2 leading coaches, particularly completely made this base, and with the other coaches, again, it makes a massive difference. It's simple. As soon as I tell you the strategy, when you come to the seminar and I go for the strategy, you'll be going, yeah, I get it. I totally get it. It is that powerful, and it really is powerful. And you will never have a problem again of having regular high-paying clients. You'll have the point where people will be asking to become your high-paying client. Now, we're going to do this session. Stanford, there's going to be 16 people. The next one we're going to do, I think when we're going to do it, no, we're going to do it, just talk to my cameraman. The next one's going to be, we're talking about 3 months' time, one up north, and then maybe the next one probably won't be for another 6 months after that. So it's going to be really, really limited to 16 people. So if you're watching this on YouTube, go on the site now to go and check out the seminar. If you're watching on the website, then just click on the seminar button, which is going to be on this page, and check that out. It's going to be very limited. Hope to see you there. And there's going to be a kind of a quick early bird special offer as well. So if you're watching this video quite quickly, then have a look at that. It's going to be an early bird option for you, okay? And hopefully I look forward to seeing you there. If not, check me up on LinkedIn or my website and get in contact, and let me know if there's any way I can help you. Okay, thanks for watching.